Hey everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bubba's Smoking Hog Barbecue. Tonight's Friday night. I've had a long week of work. I'm ready to just relax and enjoy the weekend. So what better way to enjoy my Friday night than cooking up one of my favorite dishes. And that has to be a big hearty bowl of some jambalaya. So what we're going to be cooking tonight is some jambalaya with some Andouille sausage, some chicken, and some shrimp. Okay, so as y'all can see here, look down, this is most of my ingredients for this evening, the main ones. So what I've got here is about 2 medium yellow onions, finely chopped. What I've got here is 1 green bell pepper, finely chopped, and 2 stalks of celery. What I have here is about 1.5 pounds of some chicken thighs that I've kind of cubed up. And over here I have about 1 pound of this Andouille smoked sausage from Zatarain's. Picked this up at my local Sam's Club. Used this before. This stuff is awesome, y'all, so I encourage y'all to try it out. And then just got 2 cups of some long grain parboiled rice. And then I'm going to be using 4 cups of this chicken broth for our liquids today. And what I also have here too, what I'm going to top off my jambalaya, I know it may not be 100% authentic, but it's just something I love to do and top it with, along with some Louisiana Hot Sauce and some of this Louisiana Remoulade Sauce. This stuff is fantastic. So y'all stick around. I'll show you what we're doing next. All right, y'all. So I got a big iron pot here, and so I put a little bit of grapeseed oil. This is heated up. First thing we want to do with this jambalaya is we want to brown up our Andouille sausage. We're just going to give this a mix. Be sure to brown both sides of this Andouille. Again, y'all, pick this up at my local Sam's. It's pretty good Andouille sausage. It's got good aroma, good taste, and I love using it for my jambalaya. So we're just going to mix this stuff around in our pot here. Okay. Alright, y'all, my sausage has been cooking for about 7 minutes now, and it's browned up just how I like it. So I'm just going to scoop my sausage out, place it into the bowl over here. And what we're going to add next is my chicken. Okay, we're going to lightly salt and pepper my chicken to get all this sausage out. We're going to brown it up on each side. Got all our sausage out here. I'm going to grab my chicken and dump this into that sausage grease. I'm going to coat that chicken. Like I said, we're going to lightly hit this with some pepper, some fresh cracked black pepper, a little bit of salt. It's always good to season throughout your cooks, okay? Season everything you need to throughout your cook. Then we're going to get this chicken brown. Alright, y'all, my chicken's browned up, so I'm going to go ahead and scoop it out of here now. Smelling good, y'all. Chicken cooking in that sausage grease. I'm going to add some extra flavor to it throughout this cook. Let's see. There we go. I'll get all these little chicken bits out of here. Alrighty. looking good. Alright y'all, next thing I'm going to add is a half a stick of some unsalted butter to the pan, because we all know butter just makes things better. So I'm going to throw that in here. We're going to just melt that butter up at the bottom of a pot. While our butter's melting, this is where we're going to add our onion. We're going to brown our onion, really get that dark color throughout our jambalaya. So I'm going to add my 2 yellow onions here, finely chopped up. And we're just going to mix this up in our butter and get these onions, cook them to a nice brown color. Then we're going to start adding our other ingredients. Alright y'all, so our onions have been cooking now for about 12 minutes. And they got a nice brown color that I'm looking for. Big thing with this when you're cooking it, you want to make sure you're constantly stirring. Because if you do not constantly stir, you run the risk of burning your onions, and you do not want that in your jambalaya. And you see these kind of brown bits in here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera very good. That's just added flavor right there. So I'm just kind of scraping that off the bottom of the pot. What we're going to add next is our second and third part of the Cajun trinity. So I got my bell pepper and my celery going in with my onion now. So I'm going to get all this in here, get all that nice and happy. Kind of deglaze, excuse me, the bottom of this pot. Get rid of some of those brown bits. And then once we brown this for a little bit, we'll add back our chicken and our sausage. As you can see here, y'all, we've cooked our Cajun trinity down a little bit more with that bell pepper and celery. It's deglazed the bottom of the pot, gets more of that flavor. So we've softened our bell peppers and that celery down a little bit. So now we're just going to add back our Andouille sausage. We'll just pour that from our bowl here. We're also going to add back in our chicken now. So our chicken thighs will go back into this. And we're just going to let everything get nice and happy before we start adding in our rice and chicken broth and our seasonings for this jambalaya. So I've incorporated our meat, the chicken and andouille sausage, back into the pot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a big heaping tablespoon of some minced garlic. Just to be careful not to burn our garlic as we're mixing it into our jambalaya ingredients. So we're going to give this a nice stir. Get that garlic incorporated into our ingredients here. And it's smelling awesome, y'all. Wish you could be here. That andouille sausage, the Cajun trinity, and that garlic. Awesome smell, y'all. Alright, y'all, so before I add my liquid in here, that chicken broth, I'm just going to add a little bit more fresh cracked black pepper. A little bit more salt, just a little bit, to season up our ingredients here. And what I'm going to do now is add our chicken broth. So this container here, as you see, excuse me, there we go. This is 4 cups. So when you're cooking rice, you always want to go on the method of every 1 cup of rice, you want to add 2 cups of liquid. So we got 2 cups of rice, so we're going to add this entire container, which is 4 cups. So we'll add all this into our mixture here. And this is also when we're going to add our extra seasoning to this jambalaya. So first things first, I got here some W sauce, some Worcestershire sauce. So I'm just going to add, guesstimate here, nothing's exact. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of some W sauce. And along with that, my other liquid here, if y'all see T. Roy Cook, his channel, when he made his homemade jambalaya, he added some concentrated shrimp and crab boil. So I'm going to do the same. I like adding that to mine as well. It just adds extra kick and flavor to it. So we're going to shake this up. This is, again, the Zatarain shrimp and crab boil. I'm just going to put 2 capfuls of this in here, because again, this is concentrated. There we go. I'm also going to add now some Old Bay seasoning. Again, I'm going to do some dashes of some Old Bay. I'd say that's about 2 tablespoons there. I'm also going to add a little bit of this Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. So I'll probably add, again, about 2 tablespoons of this in our jambalaya. And I like to add a little bit of paprika, get some of that red color into my jambalaya. So we're going to add a tablespoon or 2 of some paprika. And then to kick it up a little bit, I got some cayenne pepper. So we're going to put probably about a tablespoon of some cayenne pepper. We're going to mix this all up, and once it comes to a boil, we'll add our rice, y'all. Alright, y'all, so we got our liquid coming to a boil here. One thing I forgot to add though, you always got to add a little bit of extra hot sauce. I got some Louisiana Hot Sauce here. So I'm just going to add a couple dashes of this before we put it in our rice. A little bit of extra flavor and some kick. That ought to do the trick there. So I got my 2 cups of some long grain parboiled rice. Pour this into here now, stir it up. Make sure everything's off the bottom, nothing's sticking. We'll bring this back up to a boil. And once we bring it up to a boil, I'll turn it on low. We're gonna let this simmer for about 30 minutes, y'all. Alright, y'all, our jambalaya's been cooking on low for about 20 minutes now, but the last little thing we're going to do is I've got 2 pounds of some wild caught Gulf shrimp from Big Easy Foods. So I'm just going to thaw this out and let it cook for the last couple minutes in our jambalaya. Let it steam over that rice, and we'll be eating good, y'all. Alright, y'all, I know I said we're going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes, but it took a little bit longer with the shrimp, so we've actually been letting this simmer for about closer to 45 minutes now. So we're going to go ahead and pull the top off here, and look at that. Looks fantastic, y'all. We added our 2 pounds of shrimp into here. Got an awesome smell. I'll tell you what, I wish you all could be here. It smells fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and let this just hang out over here to the side. We're going to plate it up. It's going to be time to taste test. So y'all stay tuned, okay? We'll tell you how it tastes. Alright, y'all, this jambalaya is done, so it's time to taste test. So if I put it in my bowl here, as you can see there, it looks fantastic. Doctored it up a little bit with that remoulade sauce. And the hot sauce, Louisiana Hot Sauce. So I'm going to dig in here, mix it all up in our jambalaya. Be sure to get all kinds of shrimp, some sausage, and some chicken. Looks like a pretty good bite right there, so I'm gonna dig in. Hot. That is fantastic, y'all. Excellent flavors. Got some real good Cajun, Creole style flavors there going on. And again, jambalaya is one of my favorite meals to cook. I hope y'all enjoyed this video of Bubba's Smoking Hog Barbecue. Please leave a like and also leave a comment if you'd like to do so. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to make sure you get notified of any further content that we do down the road. I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend, and thanks for tuning in. Cheers, y'all.